What is going on, guys, and welcome to the Black Dow. And wow, what a Wednesday. A nice little dip that we're seeing here, or maybe a major dip. But I'm going to go ahead and talk about that with you guys. I want to talk to you guys about what my position is, what I'm doing. I want to hear about what you guys are doing in the comments below. I'm sure there's some fear out there, especially the newer folks who are in this space. But hopefully you can navigate this and use this as an opportunity to learn about cryptocurrency, learn about the space, and just realize that this is probably nothing more than a Wednesday. And if you did your due diligence and you followed my Twitter, you would have kind of seen that this was kind of happening in the past, and we kind of knew that this was going to happen. So I want to hop in first to just look at some of the markets that's going on right now. And if we look here, CoinGecko is actually down right now, and it's probably just because of the extreme demand of everything. But we look here, you can see that the market's down about 23% total. Bitcoin, it actually dropped as low as, let's see here, Bitcoin dropped as low as $32,000, which is kind of insane when you're thinking about it, was just 60. So, depending on your risk threshold or how you feel, that might be a discount. But if you're new to this space, it might be something that can scare you or make you want to sell. And you guys know, just so you can have wow, look at this. The Gwei right now is 600, which is insane. That means you're going to be spending hundreds and hundreds of dollars to make a transaction. The market is obviously going crazy with people selling and buying, but I'm going to go over that a little bit later. But what I want to get back to is just this idea of what are you doing right now with this market? When you saw this drop, how did you play? How did you make your move? Well, for me personally, I actually didn't even take any profits. I didn't make any moves. And it's mainly because I plan on actually writing this out and accumulating additional cryptocurrency as the market goes down. Now, as always, I think that it's important for you to do your own due diligence. And I'm just here to share kind of what I plan on doing. As you guys know, I try to preach investing, not gambling. And so what that means is that if I have $5,000, let's just say I have $10,000 to make it nice and even. If I have $10,000 right now and I see Bitcoin and Ethereum down 14, 21%, as low as 30%, I wouldn't put that $10,000 into those two cryptocurrencies because there's no way for me to truly know if this is the bottom or not. So the way that I would strategically do this is I would probably put about 5 or 10%, whatever my risk tolerance is, into those two cryptocurrencies and seeing what happens. And maybe that way, if they do go down additional 10 or 20%, I can add an additional amount of money to those two cryptocurrencies or to any cryptocurrencies that I have belief in and that I've done my research in. And that's kind of how I would recommend, or that's how I personally would do this market. So what did I do so far? Well, I put a little bit of money into Ethereum as it went down to about 2200, and I'm going to be monitoring what's going on with some of the other cryptocurrencies, but mainly I'm going to be looking at mainly just Bitcoin and Ethereum, because those are the two cryptocurrencies where I plan on holding 80 to 90% of my entire portfolio in when everything's said and done. So keeping that in mind for me, I just want you guys to make sure that you do what's best for yourself and your portfolio, but just keep that in mind, that do not be fearful right now. I think it's really important for you not to just be reactionary. You see your portfolio go from 50 to 100,000 down to 19 or 40,000, whatever that 30-40% drop is. It's important to be rational in this space right now. And part of what that looks like, I want to show you guys something real quick. This guy right here, I really recommend you guys follow him. I'm going to put this video in the description below. But on April 25th, he did this thing called the Wyckoff events and phases. And I hope I said that right. But pretty much this is a traditional manipulation tactic that's done by people who are very well versed in stocks and investing. And if you look here, in April, he actually called out what was going to be happening in this specific portion of the market. Now, he actually laid out the different dates. If you look here, see here, May 21st, May 2021, April 2021, right? We are all on that high. And then look at this right here. You can see that dip. So right here in May, this is what we're planning on right here. So May, the dip, and then the super dip. And if you see here, he has it going down to about 29,000 to 32,000. And that's where he's saying that that phase E is going to happen. I do think that it's somewhere around here. What I'm concerned with is that did we hit this part right here with the last point of supply? And what that is that's after testing support on the SOW, a feeble rally on narrow spread shows that the market is having considerable difficulty advancing. This inability to rally may be due to weak demand, substantially supply, or both. So what this is pretty much is that this is an opportunity for people who are extremely well versed in markets to have weak hands, or people who are more, people who are like us, who are investors who don't do this every single day, but more retail investors, to potentially lay down their weak hands and allow for the bulls, or not the bulls, sorry, but the whales to actually buy up in large quantities, because people are going to be selling their weak hands. When I saw this kind of reinforced kind of my whole philosophy and what my strategy was going to be. And in turn, what I'm going to be doing is, like I told you guys previously, is just holding on, trying to look at what's going on in the market, being rational in any decision that I make, and not just trying to sell off because I'm losing a little bit. And so that's what I've been doing. And I really encourage you guys to do your own research and kind of make that decision for yourself. But I wanted to just kind of offer up a little bit of context to what may be going on. I think that he did a great job of explaining it, and it kind of seems like what he's saying is coming to fruition. And if you look at the actual chart, it pretty much hits exactly what this is. And so I'm telling you this to be aware, to be cautious, and to just understand that there are whales and that this market can be manipulated. In fact, I was trying to pick up some 1-inch on an exchange right here, and just a little bit, 660. And so what I was trying to, just to show you guys how the market is, so I was just going to go ahead and swap the tokens here. And every time that I try to swap it, you get this error. Previous exchange rates have expired. And this is with me at a, look at this tolerance. I can go up to as high as 8%. If I go to 8%, let's see what happens here. There you go. Previous exchange rates have expired. So you see here, even at 8%, you can see that the exchanges are not going through. And it's because the gas fees are so high. It's because the demand is so high. And this is what you need to be aware of when markets do go down. It's important that you don't try to panic sell, because you're going to be trying to sell with every single person who's also trying to sell or buy. And in turn, what's going to happen is that your transactions are not going to get approved. You're going to be paying extremely high gas prices. And it might be a time where you're not necessarily the most rational in your thinking. So I just wanted to go ahead and give some thoughts on the market, to maybe ease a little bit of nerves, calm some nerves, but ultimately just say that, hey, this is cryptocurrency. If you're here for the first time in 2020, welcome. I was here in 2017, guys, and I want to tell you something, is that I rode the wave all the way up. I think I explained this before. I rode it all the way up. I didn't understand the concept of taking profits, and so I rode it all the way down. It was an expensive, but it was a very valuable lesson. I'm so grateful for it, and I hope that you guys can learn from my mistakes and potentially just see what the market for what it is, and take the best strategy and the best tactics that you can use for your own portfolio. I look forward to seeing you guys here soon, and check out that video that I posted below in the description. I think that it's going to be extremely valuable, and some of the terms are extremely technical, and I didn't understand everything, but you can get a gist of what's going on. So I look forward to seeing you guys again here real soon, and I look forward to us kind of growing in this space together.